Poison Death Frog, thank you for redeeming third. Sudden noise. Sudden noise. I appreciated the thought that we were trying to recreate the mic issue from last week with the third redemption. And so I allow, and I do the first thing second. So first things second, Plumberry Muffin, pat yourself on the back. You are the first viewer to redeem first this stream. Yeesh clap. Thank you very much for stopping in, everybody. Happy Wednesday to y'all. I hope you are doing well today. And we have a couple of things. A couple of things have happened. Has happened. I'm very good at grammar. So it looks like Settled on Beavis was the last from last stream, but currently Poison Darth Frog is the last from this stream. And so we have some lasting going on. Whew, hope that lasts. Meanwhile, Plum did also redeem Word of the Stream for Kasploosh. Is Kasploosh something that I don't know about? Can TTS say this?
Kasploosh.
Kasploosh. Yep, perfect. Great job, TTS. Love it. So yeah, welcome in one and all. Hello, SNK. Hello, everybody. You are also the first last. That's a great point, Poison Darth Frog. Very good point. It is dangerous to go alone. Gandaddy Dwarf is on the loose. I'm terrified. I don't want to know. I mean, I do a little bit want to know, but I mostly don't want to know. It's Wednesday. We're here playing Windwaker, as we have been doing for quite some time. And I have all the treasure maps, but I haven't found all the treasure. And I also haven't found all the Triforce. And so we have some things that we need to find. I'm pretty sure there's a treasure map for almost every quadrant on the map. And so since on the map, I could do this like one... Come on. I could do this like one treasure map at a time and actually go to them. But that doesn't feel that efficient. So I'm just going to try to... Yeah, that's going to be tough. So there's like these little red circles inside the quadrants. If there's a red circle, that means I've located a treasure. And if there's no red circle, that means I have not located a treasure. And I, in theory, could try to go find one. Because I will be seeing them glow. I hope so. You heard that name from someone else in chat a while ago. That does make sense. Gandaddy Dwarf is... I mean, it probably was when we met Ganondorf in this game, because he does have huge daddy energy. Which is, like... This is a thing people do with villains sometimes? I don't know. All I'm saying is, there's probably a corner of the internet that is cheering for, like, a hero turn instead of for the villain to just be defeated. But I'm gonna try to defeat him anyway, Ganondorf. Yeah, he's a real Ganon dork. What a great insult. 10 out of 10. Kasploosh is what our Kasploosh. I've got this. There's just a lot of very good noises in that word, Plum. I appreciate it. I'm assuming that it's not very complicated, that it's just Kasploosh but with some moosh involved. Bam. Great word of the stream. But if it's something else, you can feel free to let me know so that I know. But I don't have to know. Either way. So I'm basically going to jump in my boat and go try and find some treasure. And while I'm going to try and find some treasure, I'm also going to keep an eye out for anything that might be Triforce related. I do have a walkthrough open because I don't remember anything. And I don't like getting lost if I don't have to. Okay. So I have... Actually, maybe I'll do it this way. I have a few cubes near me? It's when you hydrate, dehydrate, and ride a flying bear at the same time. Oh man, Poison Darth Frog, what a great image for that. Spectacular. Great use of emotes. Haha! I see the treasure. Oops. I see the treasure. Maybe? Okay, good enough to get the treasure. I will take it. That's a really accurate description of that sound. Clearly it's onomatopoeia. That pirate hasn't noticed me yet, which means we're gonna leave. Do we have any treasure charts near the 2 circle islands? We do have a treasure chart near the 2 circle islands, the mother and child islands, if you're wondering. Which, you know, you maybe were, because I did just call them something that was absolute nonsense. In the meantime, we'll probably get some bombs, because I did see a pirate, and pirates are scary. They're not really. What's weird is there's 2... I just realized this. Chat, I just realized this. It's a bit late to just be realizing this, but there's 2 types of pirates in this game. And one of them is like really nice, and the other one like isn't even willing to be friends with me and shoot me out of a cannon. They just want to shoot my boat all the time, and that's really rude. I think we're just going to be getting a bunch of money. 4-Eye Reef. Probably? But how do I tell if the treasure map is for 4-Eye Reef specifically? Uh-oh, it might be that one. It might be that one. Well, we're gonna look anyways. I'm a little worried because I have a treasure chart that's for a treasure that's inside a reef. And yes, we have the pirates, and then we have the pirates who won't do anything. They just stay home and lie around. But I still prefer the pirates who won't do anything. Or just don't do pirate things. Yep, this is the one! I see the glow of the treasure coming from inside the island. And I don't love that. Because it means that I have to do this. And this is a really bad idea. This is such a bad idea. There's literally a barrel that could explode any second next to me. And I'm just over here fetching. Oh! I didn't even know there was a Great Fairy chart. Ow. That one got a good hit in. There's a heart there. If I run it over, will it help me? Lovely. How kind. Okay. I don't want to keep going that way too much. So, what's the next closest? There's 2 more. Oh, interesting. Diamonds? Triangles. Those are triangles. It's a triangle with a dot. It's not that one. Haha! Okay. We'll go around. Yeah. Blech. We'll go around, we'll go through. Probably at some point I'll care about like using shortcuts, but not right now. Let's just sail around in utter terrifying silence. Noticing nothing. Nothing's happening. We're just on a boat. Just sailing across the seas. I'd say there's 7 seas, but I think there's 7 times 7 seas. 409. 49. I think there's 49 Cs. Or 1 C, depending. I think it's just occurring to me that I don't quite understand why we have divisions in our ocean if it's just one very big body of water. Oh, sharks. Love it. Okay, Mr. Shark. You wanna do anything? I guess not. I think that's right. The shark is just showing me the way so far, which is, you know, really nice of him, I guess. Am I right? Aha, there's the treasure. Whee! Treasure! An octo chart? I didn't know there was one of those either. That's actually important, because I don't know if I have all the big octos or not. Oh, come on. Ooh. The great fairies that excuse you, you ridiculous shark. I'm not even moving. I don't know where I'm going yet. Why are you so rude? Well, we'll head over to that fairy island and we'll see what there is to see. I think I've defeated a lot of the octos, and that I am only missing one. And the reason that I think that is because one of them is red and the rest of them are blue. Oh, there do be treasure here. Poison Death Frog, thank you for suggesting, thank you for redeeming suggested commander reward. Can I request some salute or salute adjacent emotes in chat for my old laptop's last time on Twitch? Boo! Hello, Boo! Do I have a salute. Oh, yes you can, Poisoned Earth Frog. There you go. Please accept the Fiend salute. That's the best one that I have. That's the only one that I have that actually is saluting. I have several on my phone, but that doesn't help because I'm not on my phone right now. I'm on my computer. And so much saluting in the direction of your old laptop. It served you well for many years, I am sure. And it probably won't be sorely missed because such is the way of technology. But good job to it. A good send-off. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. Well, thanks. How nice. A good send-off where we all enjoy ourselves. You are most welcome. And I got money. Okay, so I just want to see if I can get the camera to focus on this. So that's the octo chart. That's what it looks like right now. I'm assuming because the one is red way at the bottom and there's a bunch of other ones that are blue, that I've defeated the ones that are blue and that I still need to find the one that is red. And if they hadn't had different colors, I wouldn't have thought of that. So, whoops. For some reason, I thought that was to back out of the chart that I was looking at. False. Entirely false. Okay. Flight control platform is the next one. Which I think I'm kind of already facing the right way for. Which island is this? Is this island on fire or is this island icy? Well, this island definitely has a pirate that I'm going to ignore. Bye. Gosh, there's so many treasure charts. I could be paying attention to my sailing, but instead, I'm just looking through treasure charts. Just seeing what you could find. Yeah. I mean, it's even trickier when you don't have a lot of subscriptions, but like not everybody has a salute. I almost want to like get one. There it is. Ooh, that's a good one. That is also a good one. Those are really fun. Sorry, they're called Future Man and Blood Trail? Wait. Island Heart Chart? All of these things that I didn't know you could get. Oh, it doesn't tell me if I got them or not, though. It just shows you where pieces of heart are. I did it again. I'm so used to B working as back that I forget that I have a touch screen. This is fine. Since I'm here, I might as well try this. It's not gonna work, but I'm gonna try it again. Oops. I could play music. Ugh, dang it. That one started moving away from me. Thank you. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm clearly running out of magic. Ugh, dang. So close. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. That is unfair! That is unfair! I'm like 1 yard away. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's so unfair. I know it's because I went out of my way to get the wind. But still. So I really only need one tornado. Angel!
Angry Angel _03 raided my stream with 5 views.
Welcome in, Angel. Welcome in, Raiders. Oh, good. You're still playing Date Everything. Angel, please tell me, what have you been dating recently? I assume everything, as one does. And also, on a totally unrelated note, have you dated a book yet? Lovely to see y'all here. Oh, that's beautiful. Hello, Angel. Hello, God damn it, Google. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. You have dated a book, yes. What genre was, or is that allowed?
Kate Bloomer 27 just resubscribed for 15 months, 14 months. Also, it's been 3,000 years since I last saw you.
3,000 whole years. Kate Bloomer, thank you very much for the 15 months or the 14 months. Maybe I'm not thanking you for that extra month. Who knows? Hello, Kate. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Lady QW. If you don't know me already, I enjoy Nintendo content, so I play a lot of Nintendo content here. And we're playing Zelda, and we're doing our best. The book person is any book in the house. Oof. You've dated 2 books! 2 books! I mean, it honestly sounds like the best. Hilarious. Well, I assume that you are having a wonderful time, Angel. I assume that it is going very well and that your Date Everything experience is everything you could possibly hope for. And thank you so much for popping in and stopping by and dropping some folks off here. If you do not already follow Angel, I did put a shout out in. Please, please, please go check her out because she's lovely and is a lot of fun to watch. Oh, a diary. When you dated a book, did you skip to the end? Honestly, Poison Darth Frog, I get really anxious sometimes when I'm reading books, and when I get anxious, I do skip to the end just to make sure everything's gonna be okay, and then I skip back to where I was reading and keep going from there because I know everything's gonna be okay. And so, like, yup, you're more of a front cover person. That's too funny. Back cover, more of a secondary concern. That's, yep, okay. That is a thing. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. I'm glad you're having a wonderful time with it, Angel. It sounds spectacular and fantastic to me. Can I climb up on this? I cannot. Family friendly! You're right. I like a good spine. Oh, man. That's too good. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna literally jump off a bridge in this game now. Thanks everyone. I'm so glad you're here. It's wonderful. Moogle, thank you very much for redeeming Sploosh, otherwise known as Hydrate, for 69 channel points. Nice. I will do that thing. I'm surrounded by water and yet I still need to hydrate. So chat, this minigame is the bane of my existence. I have to get past the wooden columns that you can see super far ahead in the distance, which means I have to hit at least one of these wind tornadoes or I won't be high enough, but I also don't want to hit too many or else I run out of magic. And anyway, I'm really terrible at it and I have failed a lot, including I made it to 253 yards just before you raided, Angel, and I think 255 is the amount. And so, Angel, thank you for redeeming Toad. You came just in time! Because I'm just going to fail at this again. And it's going to be great. Your favorite thing. Well, thank you. Thank you, Angel. I appreciate that I could provide that for you and enjoy your lurk. And it was lovely to see you. My bow matches your chat color. on my screen. That's really lovely. Ooh, did I notice that? Nope. Poof. Gone forever. Absolutely no shot, no chance. Thanks for that slight boost. There's no way that one's gonna come back far enough for me. Maybe? Maybe? Dang it. It ran away. I might not make it to the second tornado before I have a problem. But I have to try. Yes. Okay. 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 We have good height. Poison Darth Frog, thank you so much for redeeming Kaboom! Otherwise known as Dehydrate. I will do so shortly. There's got to be a way to get more magic. Don't just drop me immediately. Don't just drop me immediately. Don't just drop me immediately. Chad, I think I did it. Yep. Goal! You're about to destroy this bag of Doritos. I was thinking about Doritos earlier. Do you know I was thinking about Doritos earlier? Kate, I was also thinking about you earlier, and not just for the obvious reasons. It's because what I have today, I have some Ruffles regular, so I have some plain chips. And the best thing for me to have with plain chips is dip. And I have some lovely dips that I bought from Deb's Dips, which I believe I have talked about before on this channel, not sponsored. Deb is just a delightful woman who makes dips who lives in Southern Ontario. Yeah, the chips you can eat, Kate, guess what this dip is? The hint is, it's also why I was thinking about Doritos. But the bigger hint is, it's why I was thinking about, yep, it's called the onion medley. And so, you'd die, and I'm very sorry about that. It is delicious. And the thing is, if you have paid way too much attention to my snack habits, Chad, you might remember that I have a favorite type of Dorito. And my favorite flavor of Dorito is sweet chili heat. But my favorite way to eat sweet chili heat Doritos is dipped in a creamy onion dip because it cuts the heat just slightly and it's delicious. And so I was thinking about Doritos earlier because I made this dip for my chips and now I want Doritos. But instead I will just have my regular Ruffles chips. Cool Ranch is a delightful flavor, and it is a flavor that I eat by itself. I don't need the dip for Cool Ranch. And I do think I often need the dip for sweet chili heat, because otherwise it's just too much heat, not enough sweet chili. So apparently, all it took for me to beat this was not paying any attention to the wind whatsoever, and just yeeting myself off there when I felt emotionally awkward. Who knew? But I'm very pleased with myself because it means I've actually done it. This is like the 5th time I've come back here. Awful. I put there. Thank you very much, Poison Darth Frog, for encouraging my snacking. Now let's see what we've won. Congratulations. Thank you. 259 yards. My eyes, they are unworthy. These guys are super good for the ego because we have had 2 primary interactions with these lovely folks, this lovely race of beings. The first one is when I absolutely decimated them at mail sorting. And they remember that so hard. They send me letters and talk about me like I'm a legend. And 2, when I flew over this pit, and then they freaked out and said their eyes were unworthy. So apparently these guys think I'm really cool. And leave angry comments in chat if you hate it. That's entirely fair. The thing is, I know it's a really particular set of flavors, but I just happen to really like it. The sweet chili heat, like I really like the flavors on it, but it's just got such a spice bite that putting it in like a creamy dip, I specifically recommend Poison Darth Frog. Hell of a good dip has a French onion dip that is it's not like the brown kind, it's like a white dip with like lots and lots of little flavors inside it, primarily onion, and it's really, really good with sweet chili heat Doritos. But I've also had them with like crazy random dips that I just casually have and make from dip mixes. Yep. So I'm the new champion of the Birdman contest. And the great and talented prize is someone tore their heart out for me, apparently. Which is lovely. I have no magic. And we're just going to be okay with that. Because we finally got it. Nope. We need to leave first. Then we get to aim ourselves towards our next goal. Which is up! Yes. I would not have thought of it, but you actually know the person who showed me. Basically, we have a mutual friend, and that mutual friend is the reason that I do this, because that mutual friend was like, hey, have you ever tried this? And I was like, I have never once considered that in my life. What on earth? And then I ate it and was like, well, that's the best thing I've ever had. Nope, too far. Yeah, too far. Dang it. Ugh, I'm getting further away. Come on. I just need to be far enough away that the pirate doesn't have at me while I try to figure out which one of these I am. I have a map for this. I know. Which one? Overlook Island. Overlook Island. Come on. What? There was a thing? Hold on. Okay. So I've a little bit lost my view. Maybe? Good enough! I couldn't find the map. Oh, I think this is an island I haven't done before because this requires the hook shot. Well, hold on a hot minute, chat. Secret cave chart! Man, the number of charts they're giving me now is indeed ridiculous. Okay, if I get out this, can I use it? Oh. Come on. Very nice. Not having any magic feels risky right now because this feels like the sort of island that is definitely going to lead to a fighting cavern. Oops. Didn't realize he was there, but that's fine. Everything's fine, chat. Everything's fine. Woo! We didn't fall off. Okay. This is good. This is important. It's also kind of important that I not get hit by these pirate bombs. It is weird that they keep bombing me when I'm not on my ship anymore. But I am really interested, Poison Darth Frog, if you do manage to try this, I am always curious what people actually think of it. It's been mixed. Sometimes people have gone, wow, that's really cool. And sometimes people have gone, that's awful, and I don't know what you were thinking. And I go, yeah, that's fair, you're allowed to think that. Okay. I want to just quickly get up there first. Alright. Now in we go! You finished the Paper Mario 1000-Year Door playthrough! Oh, that's
Settle
fun!
down, Beavis just resubscribed for 50 months. I'm 50. 50 months old.
50 months old! Subtle and Beavis, thank you so much for 50 whole months of resubs! That's crazy! I actually can't put 50 Lady Kiwi Wilds in the chat. My maximum is 45. And so please accept this one, and thank you so much for your consistency. And also, you were the last time, and so congratulations to you. Your name was on my screen when I booted up this time. And so you were last enough that I had left. Which is good. That's the point. That's the fun. I'm really glad that Poison Deathfrog that you moved on to Super Paper Mario because I love that one, and there will be cooking streams. There will be so many cooking streams in that one. There will also be shopping streams. The 100% mechanic in terms of how I defined it for Super Paper Mario is ridiculous, but it does include multiple trips through multiple pits of 100 trials, and those are ridiculous. I was always on the fence. So I owned a Wii before I owned a GameCube, which means I bought Super Paper Mario before I bought Paper Mario 1000-Year Door. Even though there is backwards compatibility, and I know that, I just bought the one that was for Wii first because it was the console that I owned. And so Super Paper Mario I actually played first. And then I played the original Paper Mario, and then I played 1000-Year Door, and I was like, this just keeps getting better! And then I played Super Paper Mario again, and I was like, but it's so different that I can't figure out how to compare it. I love it. And so it is definitely, like, it feels like it's tied for my favorite Super Paper Mario game. And I've liked them all except for Sticker Star. Please don't get me started on Sticker Star. I've tried Sticker Star too many times. Oh my gosh, I've tried it too many times. I even like Color Splash more than I like Sticker Star, please. Were any of the episodes called Catch You on the Flop Side? That right there is a missed opportunity. I don't think so. I think I might have called it Flip Flop. Whatever my first stream was where I wound up in Flop Side, I probably went with Flip Flop in some iteration on the title. Catch You on the Flop Side is really funny though. One of these days I'm just gonna be like, can you name all my episodes? Okay. So this is definitely a combat arena. And it is definitely going to involve fighting a bunch of dark nuts at the end. But we're going to do it anyway because I think we might get a piece of the Triforce. And it's gotta be golden. I just hope I can do it. Yep, arena. So breaking these things you can do with a Dark Knot sword, or they can do, and it does give like health and money. And so obviously I want to be careful with those right now. But there are 4 rooms full of enemies, and usually the way these work, that's your flip-flop emote. That's really funny. Usually the way these work is that you defeat all 4 rooms, and when you come out of the 4th room that you defeat, there's then enemies in this center area. And as I said the last time I was in one of these, some of them are easy. Like, I think there's supposed to be an easy one where you come out and there's just 1 Dark Knot. But there's also supposed to be a, like, hard one where you come out and there's, like, 3 of them and a captain. And I never know which one they are until I start. And I don't even remember which ones I've done. So, oh, great. Perfect. Love this. Oops. Wasn't targeting him. Got 2 of them in one. Uh-oh. Now I need to run away. I like that they gave me bombs here so that I didn't technically have to use my own stock. But I had a lot. I hope you actually mean that, Poison Dart Frog, because you are extremely clever and it comes across really well in the short form of like naming episodes. I try because every once in a while something catches my eye and or mind really, but I know it could be better. It's most of my episode titles are just what is my brain spiral on about today, and I feel like there could be more deliberateness. There isn't, but there could be. Next womb. Oh, okay. Bombs again. Thank you. Great. Oh! I destroyed that one very quickly. Nope, too far. Still too far. Okay. Fabulous. I do enough damage that I can destroy these guys faster. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. There was a quest where someone had set up a bunch of totems around town. But the town didn't like the totems, and so the person who set them up asked you to take them down. I cannot wait. I bet there's gonna be alliteration in this. What happened? What did you do? The name of that episode was I'm on tenterhooks. Totem Recall. That's so good. That's so good. I'm angry. I don't know how else to describe that. I get this visceral reaction sometimes where I get upset at how much I like something, and like that's one of those moments. I'm like, I cannot deal with it. Too good. That's really funny. 2. So that one's on fire, and this one's on fire. And that one's barred. I guess it doesn't really matter. I can just keep going around. Gonna try the bow again. Yes! Finally. The one where I'm supposed to have a bow. Wizrobes are very much the reason why I put the bow on instead of bombs when I was entering these rooms blind, because Wizrobes, if you do not get them right away— hello, Kelly Donuts! Hi, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. If I don't have the bow on, it takes me a second to equip it, and then I usually miss the first opportunity to attack, and if I miss the first opportunity to attack a Wizrobe, they get out of control. Y'all have seen it. I just don't wanna. And so now that I have seen them, I don't have to fear them being in the next room, I think. Probably. Just about to settle down for dinner. Lovely. That's delightful. Oh, goblins in chests. Ouch. These guys are much easier to destroy. Wow, that one ran right past me. First live hockey game! Man, I am just so unbelievably Canadian. I love hockey, even though it's... I just love watching hockey. I don't know what else to do. Oh my gosh, Beavis. Ugh. Ugh. That sounds really annoying. Ha. Yep. Yeah, I mean, all I can say is, Beavis, it clearly wasn't you. That's so ridiculous. Throw rocks at them. Come on. As well you should. Because that's the tricky thing. Like, on the one hand, I don't want to be so necessary that something can't function without me, because I like things like days off and vacations. But on the other hand, every once in a while, I'm just kind of like, how would you do this if you didn't have me, though? What was your plan? And so that feels like the conversation. Just like, what was your plan? Okay. I am legally obligated to like hockey. It's true. But like, I actually love hockey, and I especially love live hockey, but like, I don't care about sports. And then hockey comes on. I am watching an entire television show with Kay Menzel that came out in like the early 90s that's about hockey because of the hockey. Like, everyone's the show, take or leave, stupid, subpar acting, whatever. But every once in a while there's hockey. And I'm just like, yeah, look at the hockey. It embarrasses me how invested I am in the show for the hockey when that's not the point. It's too funny. Five other people and they're all stressed because it's too much. Valid. Valid. Oh my gosh. Yes, Leah. Sports. Oh, hockey's just fun. No, Kate, no. Your license is gonna get revoked. Shoot, we should have played air hockey today. That helps. That's like a band-aid. They let you do a license extension if you've played air hockey. I swear, these are the rules, and I totally know them. Because I'm a good Canadian. I'm really bad at air hockey, but it would have been fun. Well, yeah. It's fine. It's fine. We can try it another time. Okay, I'm about to have to fight a lot of things, and I'm a little worried about how many of them there are. But yeah, just to like cycle back and almost like wrap this up in a bow. Yeah, props to you, Beavis, and do practice that I told you so face. Props to you for not losing your mind. And here's hoping. It feels to me like, especially decisions that are made in the professional sphere, really aren't personal. Or at least most of the time they aren't personal. They're just like... But they also aren't really fair or just necessarily. They're just things that happen. Like, the more time I spend in professional spaces, the more I go, oh, wow, okay, so just nobody knows what they're doing, and all decisions are guesswork. Gotcha. Okay, well, I think your guess was bad and you should feel bad, but that's fine. Psst, I'm not paid enough to care. And that's how I feel sometimes when things go wrong. Corporate politics. Yeah, fair. That is how I understood it. But also, oof. This is the 4. I think I got 2 of them. Oh, he's hitting his friends now. Love it. It's great when they manage to hit each other. Okay, I want this guy first. Perfecto. Oops. So I have one of them out of his armor. And that's important because I can actually kill him if he's out of his armor. Ow. That one got me. This is okay. Ugh! Dang it. Wrong one attacked me first. What? He's so much faster not in armor. He's so speedy. Ha! Knocked him into his buddy. Whew! Now 2 of them are without armor. Uh-oh! They are very serious. Uh-oh. I got one. Ah! I'm trying to run away. I thought I could backflip in this game. Hello, Mexico. Got him. Not dead yet. That's okay. Love the sultry red ribbon holding the armor on the backs. Yes. Come on. Just attack me. Keep getting the over the head one. Okay, okay, okay. I think I got his armor? No? No? Okay, him I got his armor. Great. Okay, lovely. I'm juggling this very well, chat. In my opinion. Whew! I thought I could backflip in this game! Oh, survival! Chat, we got the survival! Okay, okay. We have some catching up to do. I also love the sultry red ribbon, but to the game's credit, it's exceedingly obvious what you are supposed to do to beat these guys, because you cannot damage them until you remove a piece of their armor. You can only remove a piece of their armor using one of those counter attacks. Specifically, I don't know if I've ever like walked you guys through this. You can only remove armor with counter attacks, basically, because they are almost always facing you. If you are exceedingly lucky and you do a jump attack when they are facing away from you and they are not aggroed and they do not turn, you can sometimes cut the sultry red ribbon. Sometimes. I have only successfully done it once in all of my time playing this game, and it was actually during this playthrough. And so at some point, if you rewatch it, you might see it. Okay, the next time I see one, I'm going to throw a bomb at him. Because no, never actually tried that, I think. Or maybe I did try that and I just don't remember trying it. But like, you can only hurt them after the armor comes off is like the point of what makes them difficult. And you counterattack to get the armor off. If you do the over the head counterattack, it knocks their helmet off. If you do the swirly around the side counterattack, it tears the ribbon off the back of their armor. They're easier to kill if you get the armor off the torso. But if there's a difference in the command inputs to like change that, I've never figured it out, and so like it just feels kind of random what happens, and I think I juggled that really well that time because there were 4 of them. But I really did think, like, if I was targeting an enemy specifically and I was backing away from them, if I kept back and pressed A, I thought it did a backflip because that's what it did in Ocarina of Time, and so I was kind of expecting it, but Wind Waker's not the same game. And I guess not. Anyway, welcome in, Mexico. It is lovely to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for redeeming seasonal candy. Thank you for redeeming Eat a Weird Jelly Bean for Starburst this time. Thank you for redeeming Kaboom, otherwise known as Dehydrate. And thank you for redeeming Sploosh, otherwise known as Hydrate, for 69 channel points. Nice. I will eat some things. D&D logic, a full plate then bad dex score, therefore forced dex save via explosion. That is great D&D logic. I wonder if it will hold up against Zelda's moon logic of video games. So Mexico, I have regular chippy chips today and a lovely dip by someone named Deb. Deb's Dips. Love them. They're delicious. This is her onion medley. I had never had it before, but I tend to like things that are oniony, and so I thought I'd try it. Logically, their legs aren't covered in armor, and so a bomb should work, because a bomb is typically on the ground when it blows up in this game. And so if I can get it to blow up underneath them. How did I miss? I shot you with an explosion. Correct. This is a very yummy dip. I'm sorry for eating it in front of you, Kate. So good. Mexico, thank you for redeeming. Keep doing what you're doing. Snacking, I will do. Now let's get that sploosh for 69 channel points. Nice. Out of the way. I actually have 2 drinks today because my voice has been feeling rough for a little while. And I'm a bit worried about it. Just a warning, most of my jelly bean bags are almost empty, and so I won't be able to keep the Eat a Weird jelly bean much longer because I'm about to run out of weird jelly beans, and I haven't successfully found any more weird jelly beans in Canada. Or in the States, technically. I only found them at Easter in the States. Gotta reload the beans. If anyone knows where or how. But I have my lovely Starburst jelly beans. They are, all red. All of them. Which is why, sorry. Corner of the bag right there. Flavorids. Okay. That actually brings something to mind, and so I'm gonna book review you guys. Delicious. I'm not only going to date myself with this story, but I'm also going to confuse most of you, because I very much doubt that this is a series that a lot of people have heard of. Now, these are books that my brother and I bought in elementary school at scholastic book fairs. So that is the context for these books. They were called the Wayside School books. And Wayside School was a book series. It was essentially short stories. Each chapter was like its own story, its own something happened on a particular school day. I remember 3 of them. There might have been more. Sideways Stories from Wayside School, yes. Thank you, Beavis. And so the hook is essentially, this was supposed to be, I might get the numbers wrong, this was supposed to be a school with 30 classrooms on one story, but the builder made a mistake, and so he accidentally built it the wrong way around, and so it was 30 stories with 1 classroom on each story. And the Sideways Stories from Wayside School, aka Sideways. The Sideways Stories from Wayside School are about the children, I believe, who have class on the top floor. Of course you know Wayside, Kate. I'm not shocked. So, looking at the Starburst, because they're all red, and it says Flavoreds, but it has made the red, the R-E-D-S at the end of Flavoreds, big. And so Flavor Reds, if you want to be dramatic. And what that reminded me of was specifically the Sideways Story from Wayside School, wherein the homeroom teacher is teaching the class poetry. And so they have to pick a color. And when they pick the color, they then have to write a poem about that color, using that color, etc. And so the funny thing is right at the beginning, before they even know it's a poetry assignment, the teacher tells them to pick a color, and one of the girls demands purple. Like, demands purple. It's just like, purple is the best color, which means it's going to be mine. And so when you learn it's poetry, as like a person not in the story, you giggle a little bit because there are no English words that rhyme with purple. And so what is she supposed to do to make this rhyming poem? etc. And so there's lots and lots and lots of little funny things about how these people write their poems, like how these kids write their poems for class. But there is a moment in this story where there's a boy who chose the color red, and he's really struggling with his work, and he can't think of any word that rhymes with red. And so he goes to talk to the teacher, and she tries to help him, but she tries to help him with subtlety, which is not the thing to do with this boy. And so she starts using words in conversation that rhyme with red, trying to help him understand that she's like saying these rhymes. And he keeps not getting it. And so eventually she says, okay, you know what? Just think of words that end in ED, kind of like red ends in ED. And he goes, oh, I get it. And goes and sits down and he writes the poem. I believe the poem was, the fire truck is red. It hurried. The fireman saved the baby who screamed. Which is a poem wherein every line ends in ED and not a single one of them rhymes. And so the reason it made me think of this when I saw Flavor Reds is I was like, flavored also doesn't rhyme with red. Poor Joe. I think it was Joe. It might have been Joe. I don't remember. You brought up a cartoon character from when you were a child in Mexico. Katie La Oruga or Katie the Caterpillar. I have never heard of Katie the Caterpillar, but that being said, I did grow up in Canada. And so I don't think anyone was expecting me to. Oh, he's so cute! Oh my goodness, what an adorable caterpillar. Aww. Well, that's adorable. Okay, so I've still got a seasonal candy left. Delicious flavored Starburst jelly beans, though. And so my seasonal candy, because it is fall, I have some caramel apple caramels. Which, as I said last time, really makes me think of pineapple apple pen. But that's fine. Yeah, so anyway, I read a lot of sideways stories from Wayside School when I was younger, and they're hilarious. She knitted her chrysalis. That's adorable. Oh my goodness, good job, Katie. Chat, you want to watch me break some pillars? As usual, my favorite part of this entire game. Look at Link breaking himself. I threw that so hard I knocked a pillar down. Let's do it again. Whoops, I missed. Oh my goodness. So much money. Link closes his eyes when he's about to be launched by catapult. Yep, because that definitely makes a difference. Ugh. That's so satisfying. That's so funny. Okay. I believe the fancy door. I still don't quite understand how conducting the wind summons pieces of the Triforce. You know, here we are. Listen, I still don't understand how the boat is the king, or how the king is still the king, or how anything works in this game. Or how Tetra was Zelda and she didn't even know it. All of those are spoilers. Where's my boat? Ooh, he's right here, but I didn't know. Okay, hold on. Did I get the treasure near here? I did, right? I think I got the treasure near here, which means I think I'm doing more treasure hunting. Yes, I did. Doritos consumed! Yeah, but is that really a bad thing, Poisoned Earth Frog? That seems fine. Aha, there it is. I see the treasure. Please just trade bombs with each other and ignore me. Without ink. Maybe, okay, Mexico, maybe my map is actually one of those pieces of paper where the ink is already on it. You know those like color by number books where you just have the one magic marker and it just reveals the color on the paper, and so each area has its own pigment already there, and the marker, all it does is get it wet, and therefore you have made this picture. I think that's what the map is made of. I think that all the frog had to do was get a little bit of water on the section that we were in, and it just revealed what was already on the map, because that's a thing that kids' coloring books have. Some kids' coloring books. So, am I crazy? Has anyone else ever seen these? Maybe I'm crazy. Ah! Okay, we're going. Okay. I think I'm gonna try flying to Great Fish Isle. Yes. So his bag of holding. He clearly has a bag of holding. He has to have a bag of holding. There's no way all of this stuff would fit if it wasn't a bag of holding. And bags of holding, very famously, even when submerged, like the action of opening the bag is what allows things to go in and out of it. And so as long as he was underwater and the bag was not deliberately opened, the inside of the bag would actually not have seawater in it. I had to bring D&D logic into this to fix it, which means it's already broken. There's no way. There's no way, game. I can't actually fix your moon logic, but I can try. Because you're right, the map has totally been on my person when I've been submersed in water. So do I have a treasure chart for Great Fish Isle? I definitely have one for the one over. So that one's the Tower of the Gods. I don't know what one that one is. That's fun. That's probably Cyclops Reef. So Cyclops Reef and Tower of the Gods, I think I have treasure charts for. Then there's a few more, but I don't think I have one for Great Fish Isle. So we're just gonna real quickly. Sorry, excuse you? beg your pardon. What is this doing here? It disappeared! Oh my goodness, Poison Darth Frog. I love that question. Thank you for redeeming Ask Me Anything. Okay, so I found the ghost ship, but I can't do anything about it yet, apparently. Which means probably I have to do something else first. Silly. Is the TARDIS just a complicated bag of holding? Poison Darth Frog, I actually would suggest that the TARDIS is a fairly simple bag of holding. It just has to be a size large instead of, or like a size extra large, I suppose, instead of a size small, because instead of being carried by a medium-sized creature, aka the Doctor, the medium-sized creature inhabits it, which means actually one of two things. First of all, by D&D logic, clearly it functions as a bag of holding, being bigger on the inside, but also fairly clearly by D&D logic. Oh my gosh, this thing. That thing was really in my way. Is he stalking me now? It could also be... Shoot, what's it called? A gray-brown... I have to get the name of this item. I think it's Bag of Tricks. I have pulled out my manual, chat. Yes. Or it could be a previously unknown bag of tricks. So here's my logic for both of these. The first bit of logic that I want to pull out. This is in defense of the TARDIS being a bag of holding. Now, typically, many creatures that you play in D&D are of medium size. That means they are roughly our size. But we know that small creatures exist, so they have halflings in the D&D world. And so a halfling would count as a small creature. It takes up less space, right? They also have large creatures, like really, really big large creatures, because you have like giants, but you also have golems and constructs and things that are even bigger, which means, in theory, if any one of them that knows magic has ever bothered to craft a bag of holding, it would be scaled to fit them rather than scaled to fit the medium creature that we tend to play. So, I would suggest that there could exist in the D&D realm some kind of bag of holding that is as large as would need to be the TARDIS. And so really then the only difference between a bag of holding and the TARDIS is the fact that the TARDIS is like a little more solid than a bag. And so I would say it just was starched a little bit too much on its first watch. Yes, Miss Frizzle's bus is a TARDIS, and Miss Frizzle is definitely a Time Lord. I don't even need to be asked that question. That's just obvious. However, returning to this idea of is the TARDIS a bag of holding, I would like to submit that the TARDIS might be a bag of tricks. Again, it would need to have been sized for a large creature rather than a medium creature for this to work, but I think you might enjoy... it is a giant's purse, obviously, but I think you might enjoy where my thinking went with this, because a bag of tricks is an otherwise ordinary bag. However, when you reach inside the bag, you find a small fuzzy object, and you can take the object out and you can throw it, and when you throw it, the player has to roll a die, but it becomes a creature. And depending on the type of bag of tricks, so whether it's gray or tan or rust, there's a different chart for which types of creature. You can pull out small things like rats or weasels, or you can pull out large things like a giant brown bear, which means you can pull out things that are human-sized from these objects. And so I submit that because the Doctor doesn't always come out of the TARDIS in the same form, and he is often in the TARDIS or near the TARDIS for his regenerations, I would submit that you could argue that the TARDIS is actually a particular bag of tricks made by a giant, and that the roll chart is all humanoid. Some form of humanoid, some variety of humanoid. And so what we've seen are some random roles for race, some random roles for gender, and some random roles for style and personality as to which Doctor comes out. I do also like the fact that technically in lore the TARDIS is sentient, which kind of helps the analogy a little bit. I like the idea of the TARDIS as a bag of tricks, personally. But bag of holding, super easy. Because it is bigger on the inside. Anyway. So yeah, Giant's Purse, basically. The light ring chart. The rings of light that mystically appear on the sea under the full moon. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know if I want that. Woo! Almost got hit. Either way, I think I need to get around to the other side of the tower. You've always wanted to make a creature called Cheap Trick and then a character called Gandalf who conjures it? Yes. I mean, that's hilarious. As soon as you said... I mean, I looked up, I think I saw the word conjure, and I was like, oh my gosh, you want to make a conjurer of Cheap Tricks, and I am here for it. Absolutely. I wonder if you could do it as a wizard. I don't remember their full spell list. But there's lots of different ways to summon creatures. There it is. Whoa! Overshot massively. Well, probably because I didn't bring my sail down properly. Gandalf is not a conjurer of cheap tricks, though. Well, he said, do not take me for some conjurer of cheap tricks. Well, that doesn't mean he wasn't one. Maybe he's got a charlatan background and rolled really well on deception in that conversation. But I do see your point. Ooh, I think Eastern Triangle Island is also one that I have a map for. Chad, I'm running out of maps. A Cheap Trick's viable for Find Familiar, yes. He did trick Bilbo into going on an adventure. Was it cheap, though? That's true. You could name a familiar that, and Find Familiar is really easy. But I do think there's actually, like, summon... There's, like, summon creatures? I know paladins can do that, but I think wizards might be able to as well. Okay, so then I have Southern Triangle Island and Stonewatcher Island. Okay, do I have treasure charts for either of those yet? Okay, I know what those two are. That's fine. I don't actually know what that is. Oh, that's gotta be Oak Island. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I definitely think Southern Triangle is number 44. And Fairy Island. Okay, this is actually going pretty well, chat. Our collectathoning is going well. Dirty deeds done for dirt cheap. Amazing. I don't think I have Stone Watcher, but I definitely have those 3. Okay. So I need to go kind of that way. I really would like to avoid this hurricane, though. Whoop! And also that one. Gosh. So many hurricanes. Maybe a TARDIS, because it really is a complicated piece of machinery. Maybe it's a bag of holding and a bag of tricks combined. Someone put a bag of tricks inside a bag of holding and it broke reality. Because that's a thing in canon that, like, if you put a bag of holding inside another bag of holding, you, like, rip the fabric of space-time. Because you're not supposed to do that. What if you turn it inside out? I wonder if that's actually discussed in lore. They tend to be really specific about that kind of stuff, and so maybe they have already, like... Ow. Hello? Can this thing leave me alone? You have your next gag character for a one-shot? Perfect. Potentially? Wow. Okay, we are leaving. Probably. I think. A gnome divination. Yep, you did the small, medium, at large. Perfect. Conjurer of Cheap Tricks is a pretty funny one. Okay. So I see it. Nope. I see it, but getting to it is tricky. Not quite. Come on. Good. Okay, good. Lovely. Piece of heart! Oh, chat, that means I'm only short 2 pieces of heart at this point in the game, according to my walkthrough. Does anyone remember which ones I skipped? I don't. Either way, Ice Ring Isle, here we come. There it is. Nice slow approach. Dude, I'm busy treasure hunting. Leave me alone. Maybe it's that one is the one that I didn't recognize? Yes. Okay. I think I also have this one. I'm not sure about Cliff Plateau Isles, but that's okay. Next campaign, you're considering a Thieves Guild. Thieves Guilds can be fun. I really enjoy the storytelling that you can do. But that being said, when I think Thieves Guild, I know it's not required. I do also think Rogue, and I love playing rogues. They're fun. Gosh, when you have good sneak. Yep, you can be a thief a lot of different ways. You can do it rogue, or you cannot. Okay. What does this look like? Have I climbed these guys? I have climbed these guys. Ugh. Shoo, sir. I am right next to an island. Okay. I'm just gonna scan through my treasure charts. Smash and grab, pickpocket, dealer of secrets. Okay, so that one I know. That one I know. That one. Oh, that one. So I've definitely found treasure for the first 20 treasure charts, chat. Oh, for the first 30. Okay, so I'm missing 32, which is the boating course. So I'm missing the boating course, and then I am missing the 2 islands with dungeons, an Outlook Island, and then a reef. Okay, so I don't have one for this one. But I do have one for the boating course. Maybe it's that one. Okay. So I think I know whereabouts all the rest of the treasures that I'm missing charts for. Like, I know which charts I'm missing, and I think I know where I have to go to get them. The Robin Hood approach. I don't like this, but I'm really good at it. Ooh, that's a fun attitude. I kind of like the concept of a lawful good thief. I don't know how you would reconcile that though, but I like the concept. Sea Hearts chart. There's so many charts, chat, and I just didn't have any of them. Okay, so I think the Two-Eyed Reef is next. I also like the concept of making, like, a thief, definitely a thief, but a magician as well. And so, like, part of it's like a cover because they do magic, and so of course they have good sleight of hand, and that's how they, like, disguise that what they actually are is a thief. Oh goodness me, that is a lot of sharks. Don't know if this is the correct reef. Yep, it is. As per usual, chat. I don't really like it when I'm right. Because often that means me putting myself in dangerous situations just for the purposes of collecting things. Rob from the rich and then keep it. Yes. Piece of heart! Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, Link. And then we're gonna have to sail all the way around. So we need to go this way next. I don't actually know which, because these islands are the same shape, I think. I'm assuming this is the one I'm looking at. Do it this way. Heavy in intimidation and threaten people not to tell on you. Oh, that's so good. Someone must have done something like that. That it was like, everyone can see him do it, but nobody would ever dare say anything. Because of the intimidation rule, instead of the sleight of hand. I love that concept. And then Outlook Island. Yep. Okay. We'll go home very briefly just to pick up some treasure. And then I think I'm gonna gale warp to the next destination because it is on literally the other side of the map. There it is. Nice. Very nice, very nice. I'm doing well at the treasure collection. I did only get one gold piece though. So I should do better at that. Okay. So the treasure chart that I'm about to go after is the last treasure chart that I have and have not found. Specialize in information extraction via unsavory means. Oh, that, you know what? That is necessary for a thieves guild. That would make sense. You don't all have to be the butter, like the fingers. Like not everybody has to play a hand. Somebody has to play the scary one. You could play a character like that very creepily. Not that I'm suggesting you do, just that I'm aware that you can, and you could give them an obsession with something like, I don't really want to say it out loud, it's too creepy. But you could definitely, oops. Oh, come on, Mr. Pirate, I'm very busy. I'll see. Why'd you take expertise in medicine? That was a threat in the most recent BBC's Sherlock that John Watson made. He said he was an army doctor. That means he could break all of your bones while naming them. And I quite liked that. That was a really good threat. Okay, we're gonna go. At least we're just gonna try to get out of there for a second. While I figure out what I need to do next. Okay, so that is all my treasure charts. Interesting. So there's 2 treasure charts visible on this map. Bird's Peak Rock. Really? And then Islet of Steel. Did I never do the Islet of Steel? I can break all of your bones in alphabetical order. Kate, it was lovely to see you both versions. I hope you rest well. Dimension 20 Mentopolis. I did not watch that Dimension 20 season. Okay, so I think I know where to find 2 more treasure charts. Maybe. The Incredible chart tells me that I have a couple more treasure charts. Okay. I'm curious. Hello? Thank you. I was pushing left and it was not registering. It's fine. The fix. Yes, right. Okay, I've seen a lot of clips from it. There we go. My brain. So I haven't watched the season, but I do remember Hank Green being on it, and I do remember it taking place like in the brain, like in the head, which was a really interesting gimmick, I suppose. Have I ever fought all of these guys and tried to get it? Ugh. Come on! Why am I not hitting anything? That's very irritating. Okay, I don't want to go too far away because I do want to fight these guys, but their aim is really good. Oh, it's because there's cannons. That's why. Okay. Come on. Okay. So I need to get the cannons on the wall. Not just the dude in the boat. Oh, come on. That is really funny. Oh, come on. Leave me alone, you crazy whatever you are. I'm going in here. Okay. I really do not think that I have been in here. Have I been in here? No, because there would have been a chest. Well, thanks for the money. Not actually that useful to me. Thank you actually for the health. guess thanks for the bombs? I'd completely forgot that I hadn't gone in here. I should revisit some of the old seasons of Dimension 20 that I wasn't free to watch at the time, because I feel like they would remain consistently funny. That is a Triforce chart. Interesting. It's not what I thought I was gonna get. Okay. Oh! Fun. I'm gonna have to pay Tingle. Okay. I was missing something. Chat, I was missing something. So there are Triforce charts in this game. Oh, come on. Just go. And there are apparently 3 of them. And I do not recollect them. But one of them was in the Islet of Steel. And I'm gonna need Tingle to interpret it. One of them is apparently sold by the Beetle ship. Or maybe it's a pirate ship? Hold on. That shows a cannon. I might have to sink a ship. Which, you know, I'm so good at. There's 3 of them, chat. So not only am I gonna have to sink these, but I'm also gonna have to get their treasure. But I don't know which one's gonna have it. Or if I'm even correct. But there's a picture of a ship with a cannon on the Incredible chart here. Yeah, that one was not it. Come on. Thank you. What if I've done this before, chat? Oh. Maybe? Nope, orange rupee. Oh, this ship is gold. Yep. Okay. So that's definitely the one. Come on. Where is it? See, the problem is I never saw... I never saw where the sparkle was. If I go away, will it let me see? There it is. Okay, I was nowhere near it. I was too close to it. Oh, the other side? Okay. I was too close to it for it to actually show me the thing, but I was too far away for it to actually make sense. Okay. That's neat. The incredible chart is actually useful. Oh, and I forgot about the Octo Rock. Okay. So the last one of these requires a seagull. The Octo chart is the 4th. Oh, there's an Octo in the Two-Eyed Reef one. Okay. Come on. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It's supposed to only be a 4-eyed Octo, which means in theory it shouldn't be that hard to take down. But I did just use a bunch of my bombs. And maybe it doesn't matter. I also lost a bunch of my health, but usually the Octos don't hurt me. Okay. So we're gonna be looking for seagulls, chat. We're gonna go through the quadrant looking for some seagulls. Oops. Just punched my microphone. Sorry about that. Aha! There are the seagulls. I see them. That at least was quick. Excuse? Hello? Did I already beat this one? They're all here. Hello? Microphone's gonna be on mute next stream just to spite you. Prison Deathbug, thank you for redeeming seasonal candy. This is weird because the seagulls are here. Have I already beat him? Am I wrong? Maybe I am. Oop. This one is very sticky again. I got it. Okay. Well, maybe it doesn't matter that that one's red. Goodness me. Okay. So Triforce Chart 2 it is. Oops. I am not onto Halloween candy yet. That's going to be in October. I'm currently on what I would call autumn candy, shall we say. Does that mean next week? That might mean next week. Oh dear. Chad, I need to prepare. I need to somehow find myself some Halloween candy between now and next week. Okay, I remember being on this island before. remember not doing anything in that direction at least. Poison Deathfrog, thank you for redeeming Pop-Up Bun. For Lady Kiwi, welcome. There she is. Voila. Again, I completely forgot that that dude was there. This is fine. We're gonna do just a brief amount of deforestation. Okay, so I think I am suspicious either that each of those nests has a switch or there's a switch on the very top one. So let me give this a try. Do I remember how to fly? Oh, yep, it's all of them. I don't have to hit them all with the same seagull, because that would suck. Oops, too high. Yep, I've been destroyed. That's okay. I might not need to re-hit, I'm not sure. This better not be a timed endeavor. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Just eat them. Thank you. Okay. Don't know how many seagulls we're gonna waste, but I think we only have 2 more to hit. Great. Perfect. Meh. And it's a hole. Why am I shocked? Okay, so chat, we successfully seagulled. That was nice. But my wallet's full. So we're just gonna get this treasure chart, and then we're probably gonna fly to Beetle's place. I mean, that's a sweet compliment, Poison Dart Frog, but I genuinely think I'm pretty bad at it, so... You can definitely do that 5-pointed thing in one shot if you're good. But what I am is stubborn, and so we can throw a few seagulls at this problem. See, there's plenty. Look at the sky. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine. I don't know what we were worried about. Okay, so I have 3 Triforce charts. which need to be interpreted. And we all know who's good with charts, chat, right? We all remember? Stubborn plus time equals success. Poison Darthrog, you have directly pointed that out. Absolutely correct. That is exactly how I play all video games, is with a mix of tenacity and time. Don't know what I thought cutting the flowers would do. I think I thought it would do something, so this is fine. These streams are 2 hours for a reason. Some of it's the distraction. I have found 3 charts, Tingle. Sure. Am I gonna have to talk to him 3 different times? And all he has to do is chat at it. This is a very specific price. The good news is, I have all 3 of them. Who's Pink Tingle? Clearly a slave. I don't know. Let's see if we can talk to him. I mean, the way he just did that backflip, I'm pretty sure he is a fairy. I do. Well, Pink Tingle really likes the Tingle bottle. That's what we've learned. Okay. The Triforce charts show spots to find treasure, I think. I can test this theory. It shouldn't take me too long. There's a Tingle bottle. Is that for long car rides? No. It's for communicating with other people elsewhere in the world. But it's very complicated. It is actually. So chat, some pieces of the Triforce apparently you just get. Is it a bag of hearing? 4 more, and 2 of them are basically cheating. Okay. Well, they're gonna be quick to get. And so I think I will do that. Because they did say gonna be golden pieces is the stream title today. And so I should get as many golden pieces as I can. Did it try too hard? Hit hit. Hit hit hit. Wait, is this not the right island? Is this not the right island? Oh, nope, this is the right island. Gosh, it always takes forever for the, like, shiny thing to appear. The answer is it's broken because of Ganondorf. This is why we're mad at him. Obviously. Okay. Which one is this? Okay, I just need to move away for a second. Oh. I was just there. It feels like I was just there. Nope. That's the one I want. The ghost ship has a piece of the Triforce as well, but I don't know how to... I don't really know what to do about the fact that I couldn't board it. Sure. I only need 2 more pieces. So chat, I'm going back to Windfall Island because I'm ending stream and I want a save point that makes sense to me. And I don't know where I have to go next. So, we're just gonna fling ourselves at the mercy of the usual island where we start. And with some luck, I won't be too confused next week as to what we're doing. So quickly toss a save into the works. That was fascinating. I did not remember the Triforce charts at all. I don't know what to do about the light rings. I don't know what to do about the secret caves because it's not checking them off. I don't know how to tell if I actually got all the Octo Rocks because it's confusing. But I can definitely say the incredible chart is going well. I have to get a Triforce piece on the ghost ship. Don't know how. And I have to get a Triforce piece on Outlook Island, which is my home, which potentially, I'm not sure, but we already made our way to a really weird corner of Outlook Island where there was a giant headstone and we threw it and then we jumped down and we basically found a pit of 100 trials, except that this pit is just wave after wave after wave of enemy, like floor after floor after floor of enemies with no health. Except you could only go like halfway down at the time unless you have the hook shot or something like that, and I didn't have the hook shot yet, and so I was like, well, I'm just not going to do it. And so I think we might have to do that, which means I think that this might get tricky, but it will most certainly be fun. So we still need 2 more pieces of Triforce. We've done all the treasure maps we have. I'll have to double check to see if there are other treasure maps. We are still missing some pieces of heart, and so we still have a few of like the trickier things to finish up, but we are well on our way. We were supposed to get 8 pieces of the Triforce, and we've already got 6, so only so much longer that this can go before we're just gonna go beat up Ganon. So that's basically where we're at, and I think it's a good thing. But I am gonna be done for tonight, which means we're gonna go visiting, as we are wont to do. So I'm gonna drop a little raid message in the chat. If you want to come with, you can always grab that. We're gonna go visit Fiend again, I'm pretty sure, because I see, yep. Fiend is playing Balatro again, which is like an online card game. Not quite as exciting as Mario Maker, but still pretty exciting, mostly because I think Fiend is fun. Boop. Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for coming and hanging out. I was having a really nice night tonight because I'm actually like feeling rested for the first time in ages and ages and ages. And so it was wonderful to be able to share a little bit of time with you guys, especially because I got to go around and find treasure. Who doesn't like finding treasure? So, if you feel like watching, yay! If you feel like watching more of this, I stream Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern time, so I will be here same time next week. Technically, I think it will be the start of October, I think, which means I should have Halloween candy, and that will be exciting. But regardless, if you feel like popping back in, I would love to have you. So for some of you, hopefully I'll see you next week. But until then, I hope you'll have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, a wonderful rest of your week, a wonderful weekend, and as always, until I see you next time, keep it cute. Bye guys, enjoy.